Hello Stat 216 students, welcome to a quick video where I'm going to show you how to export your lab report from RStudio Cloud into Eagle Online. This is going to assume that your lab report is mostly finished with a couple quick helpful reminders scattered throughout. So remember, you're completing your lab reports in an Open Intro lab report themed R Markdown document. And as you're working through the document, remember that you want each exercise to be denoted by first 3 pound signs, exercise number, and then a line of white space. And then once you're finished with an exercise, you can run each code chunk individually by clicking the top right green arrow button that says Run Current Code Chunk. So you might be at a point now where you're like, okay, I think I'm done with my lab report. Now you want to knit this. You can either do this using a keyboard command or you can knit it using the knit button up here in this window pane. So we're going to knit our lab report to see what it looks like. That's awesome. But there are a couple interesting things. Notice, first off, this little sidebar has only one exercise and it's the second one in it. And as I'm looking through my work here, I noticed that I spelled something wrong. So I said below is a scatter plot of a linear relationship with random noise. Of course, that's supposed to be random noise. So what we want to do is go fix these couple typos that we observe and then continue from there. So I'm going to close this out. And what's the problem? Well, notice that on exercise 2, I have 2 pound signs. On exercise 1, I also want only 2 pound signs. And then I want to fix my typo so that I have a scatter plot of a linear relationship with random noise. Great. Now let's knit this one more time. Now we have exercise 1, exercise 2. Everything's looking great. I didn't put my name in there. We should maybe fix that. But the code itself is looking good. Okay, one more knit. And we'll be ready to go. All right, lab report, demo, my name, exercise 1, exercise 2, the packages we're using, and the plots we're hoping to use as well. You might notice that the plot is changing here every time I knit this. That's because I'm generating random numbers every time I run it. We could fix that by setting a seed. More on that during activity 3. We don't need to worry about that now. All right, now we're done. I closed out that HTML file. Where did it go? Well, notice that in the file pane down here in the bottom right corner of my RStudio terminal, there's a Stat216 lab report demo folder. We want to click to open that folder. And now notice that we have these 2 files in it. That's great. That's where our actual markdown file is and the HTML that I want to grade is. So if we go back here, click project, what we can do is simply select that folder and export it. And it will export as a zipped folder. So you can change the name if you want. If you want to use the name that you have, that's great as well. So this will download as a zipped folder. We want to do that. Now in Windows, this will show up in the bottom. This will be in my downloads folder. But this is the file you want to submit because this folder contains your HTML and the knitted output. So if we show in folder, there it is. There's that file in my downloads folder. You can see a bunch of old Stat216 assignment submissions down there and some tax information. That's great. But now once we're in Eagle Online, how do we actually submit it? Well, I'm going to pretend like this is my submission for the first activity. I haven't submitted anything yet, but where do we actually submit it? Well, we want to add a file to this submission, and we're going to go from my computer. And then if you have the your lab report ready to roll, you can just drag and drop it into this window. And we want to add it. And if you'd like, you can write me a little comment like, "This was super fun. Thanks." Of course, I don't expect you to actually write a comment, but if you'd like to write some sort of comment, you can do so, and then you just hit submit. That's that. Then you hit done, and you're ready to roll. Hopefully that makes the process of submitting your lab report seem a little bit easier and a little bit more straightforward. Thanks for watching today. We'll see you soon.